broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello. Welcome back, I should say. It's the SVU AfterBuzz After Show. I'm your host, Yael Tygiel. With me, as always, Roya Taheri.
Hello, everybody.
We are talking about I'm going to call it the mid-season premiere because we're back with new episodes. Forgiving Rollins.
Did we really have to forgive her?
Okay, so let's start there.
Okay.
At what point did we need to forgive her? Did she need to apologize? Did she do something wrong? She hasn't done anything wrong. Why are we forgiving her?
No, it's, I just thought of it right now. It's because her hometown, Atlanta, had to forgive her because they were mad at her for just being loose with her boss, which is what they thought that she was.
Yeah, but why would they?
Because the victim even apologized to her, and they're like, "Oh, we forgive you."
Wait, but she didn't do anything. But she didn't do anything wrong. We
know that, but that's because we understand.
Right, but even if she had slept with everybody, why do we need to forgive her? She slept with everybody. How does that affect her? I don't understand this title.
Because there was smack talk about it. I don't know, there was something negative towards her character in Atlanta. Because even when the victim was talking about it,
right,
she's like, "Oh well, I didn't have to do it. You did.
Yeah, but
I'm not like you."
It's not.
She talked just like that too, by the way.
She did.
Yeah.
We're speaking of Dreama Walker, who was guest starring as Detective Reese. No, I think you're wrong. And let's talk about this storyline.
Well, before we talk about it, we have our disclaimer that you seem to always like to forget.
I do like to forget, especially this episode, guys. We here on the SVU After Show, of course, talk about very serious topics, including rape and assault, and sometimes the conversation gets really dark, and you need to break the tension, and sometimes we say things that may or may not be inappropriate, like that when I'm talking about serious things. So disclaimer, we might make inappropriate jokes. We don't mean to offend anyone, and we don't ever mean to say anything that might be misunderstood. Give us a hotline that people can call.
1-800-656-HOPE. That's HOPE, HOPE.
And which hotline is this?
National Sexual Assault Hotline.
Awesome. So if you need someone to talk to, please call them.
1-800-656-HOPE.
Excellent. Now let's talk about the story. Okay. Thank you, Stephen, in the booth. Okay, so if we recall where we left off, there was the pattern. He patterned his pattern. 17 rapist who was attacking women. The whistling man. No, he hummed. He hummed hymnals. He hummed hymnals. So he came from Atlanta and went to a bunch of different states and was raping young women. And I'm trying to remember because it was so long ago.
It feels like just like yesterday, though.
So you remember it well. Tell us about it.
He was an EMT.
Oh, good job.
Thanks. He used gloves. He would choke young women. And then the little girl decided to shove her headphones in the back of a car.
Yeah, the smartest.
With her little puppy dog. She could only get 3 letters of the license plate. Only 3.
It's the best victim they've ever had. That's a weird statement. Anywho, so we've got the Atlanta team up in New York taking credit for this whole manhunt and for finding the guy, even though they really hindered the issue. And we have Deputy Chief Patton, who's back, and Captain Reynolds, who is, kind of aggressive and gross towards Rollins. Mm-hmm. And we have the new good girl, as they keep calling her. Detective Reese Tamor, Dreama Walker guest starring, and she we see, like, we're seeing them get introduced and walking around and being all, what are you doing?
I'm reading the chat roll right now.
You're confusing me.
I'm sorry.
Stop it. All right,
guys. See, this is my proof right here. Yael does not want me on the chat roll with you, so I'm moving my chat roll away.
Yeah, Steven,
I'm listening to you.
Thanks. Steven will give us the info from the chat
Fine.
roll.
Gosh.
Distracting me. All right, so Detective Reese and Chief Patton, apparently, he finds a reason to come into her room with her at the hotel.
That was smooth.
I'm sorry, what?
The key? That's saying, my
my
cell
key doesn't
phone
work.
demagnetized. Ugh, I don't have to go down 3 floors to the main lobby. It's 1 a.m. Ugh, can I just cut through your... like, that was... I guarantee that's how he said it, too.
No, I'm sure.
He went,
Yeah, right?
Really? Champagne.
No, it was we should just order champagne.
Yeah. I'm in here, why not?
Except for that when they get to the trial, Barbara asks him a really legit question, which is, was the connecting door unlocked? Right?
Yeah.
Because, like, you were like, oh, the key doesn't work. Let me into your room so I can go through the connecting door. Is the connecting door unlocked?
Yeah.
Because you're still going to be stuck. Barbara, so good. And okay, so anyway, we'll get to Barbara. Detective Reese, she wakes up. She fell. The EMTs took her to the hospital. She claims that she was raped. And we have Dodds is back.
Yeah, I liked him in this one.
I loved him in this one. He starts off really hesitant. He's skeptical of this story. And then he's like, you know what? I'll take the interrogation. And he plays the, like, good old boy, like, these women, they make false accusations. And, I gotta hear your side. So good. Ooh, Peter Gallagher. Yum.
Still call him Sandy in my head.
No.
From the OC.
No, that show's way over. Speaking of shows that are over, he's supposed to be on Covert Affairs. That show just got canceled, which means he can join SVU full-time.
Sweet.
That would be amazing. There's absolutely no information to back that, aside from the fact that Covert Affairs was canceled.
Right.
I want this to happen.
Well, hopefully NBC will give him a paycheck then.
Yeah, people start tweeting at them. This is a thing. He's got time.
Save the eyebrows.
Yes.
Keep him there.
Hashtag save the eyebrows.
Yes. SVU.
SVU. Obviously, so people know what we're talking about. It's like free the nipple. Save the eyebrows. It's the same thing. Okay. Anyway, so Dodds does the interrogation. Patton realizes what's happening, and that's when he kind of reveals that something similar happened with Rollins.
Yep.
This whole what happened with the Rollins story really was very uncomfortable, as it should be. And Rollins kind of gets told that she had an affair with him, that she tried to seduce him to get her sister out of trouble.
Yeah.
And then she has to admit that she put herself in a bad situation. That's what she kept saying. She says, I put myself in a bad situation. I did this. Super duper victim blaming herself. And I feel like it wasn't addressed really enough that, like, Olivia was sitting there and was like, it wasn't your fault. It was not your fault. But, like, when you have another victim, you're always like, no, it's never your fault. And I'm like, Olivia, this is your coworker. Help her out.
It's okay. It's not your fault, but it's not your fault. There was an eye roll with that, if you're listening.
Yeah, it was like, it's not your fault. I'm obligated to say that. That's what it was.
Yeah. It's like we've all kind of been in those positions, and I'm your boss. So maybe that's why she's like, I'm your boss. Maybe she wants some.
Sorry, I got distracted because I started thinking about it.
She wants another mommy for baby Benson. Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Someone out there has, I'm sure, written Benson and Rollins fan fiction, and I'd like them to tweet it my way. I'd read that. Definitely.
But you don't like baby Benson.
No, I want Benson and Rollins.
Oh, no, I don't mean baby Benson involved.
No, I got it. I don't care about baby Benson. No.
Anyways.
Okay, where were we? Anyway, so Rollins decides that she needs to talk to Reese and reveals to her in a way that, like, Reese kind of understands, oh, wait, everyone called you a slut and said that you slept your way to the top, and now that I see this happening to me, wait a second, you weren't a slut? Like, what? How naive are you, girl? Right?
Yeah.
I feel like it was a ridiculous conversation, and this episode I felt like it could have gone so much better. The idea and the premise, like the plot that they planned out, was so much more interesting, and they kind of like glossed over it.
Do you think it's because Rollins didn't really sell it?
No, I think she did sell it.
Yeah.
To see when Reese is first in the hospital and Rollins, can't even be there when she gives her statement. To see her crying, to see her really falling apart, and she has been since last episode at least. Being around these people has been kind of killing her. Yeah. Ooh, there's a fight going on outside.
For me, I don't think there was much. She didn't sell it for me. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe she was a victim.
I didn't believe the whole story
as an act. I don't know if maybe it's acting or directing. I don't know what it was, but I was bored. I didn't.
I agree. I think there was something missing in the story in that the whole situation was so bland.
Yeah.
We're used to crazier twists.
Exactly. There was the only twist was the little, not heart attack, but I know we're going to get there. I'm sorry. But
No.
I was even talking to my friend about this,
the panic attack was the twist.
Previews. You didn't even need to watch the episode. You just watched, she's been raped. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They'll probably catch him. It was literally textbook of how this episode was going to go down.
Yeah. No, you're right, and it was really disappointing.
Yeah.
So Patton's arrested, and there's this amazing little scene with Dodds, Barba, Patton, and his lawyer, whose name I always forget. The four of them sitting there, and
he was the lawyer for those two boys.
Yes, the two boys who
gang raped
the porn star. Yes, same guy.
Yeah.
And this conversation, this is the part of the entire episode, this is what excited me, was when Patton called Barba a Spanish dandy.
Yes!
I was like, wait a second, Barba's gay? is that what he's trying to say?
I caught that too, I wasn't sure, I didn't...
Because, Barba has never been, we've never known anything about Barba.
But do you ever really know about the lawyers and their DAs, what their background is?
We knew that Cabot, Alex Cabot, eventually we knew stuff about her. She had a mom. What else do we know? We know that Sonia Paxton was a drunk.
Yeah, but it helped the storyline.
Right.
To get them off the show. So, is this dandy thing going to get him off the show?
No, we can't. I can't.
Okay, so you don't want to know more about him.
I do. I just don't want him to leave.
No, then don't ask for more. The more you know, the more he gets kicked off.
I don't think that's how it works.
It seems like it is with all the DAs.
I'm trying to find an argument.
Whatever happened to that one DA? I don't remember her name because she was really annoying and I didn't like her.
Which one?
She was on One Tree Hill for a little bit. She dated Lucas on One Tree Hill.
The Crusader was her nickname. See, she had a story. She came in there, and the story was that she came from D.C. and was referred to as the Crusader, and she wanted to try rape as a hate crime because it was directly targeting women.
And then what happened to her character?
She eventually left. Look, I like it. Shut up. I like Barba.
You don't want to know more. Don't ask for more, okay? Just leave it. Be happy with what you got. For all of us, please, don't ask for more, please.
We got backstory about Barba. We got
with his friend, So careful. Don't ask for any more, okay?
Okay.
Don't want him to leave.
But is he a Spanish dandy?
He is on a different show, so don't ask for him to leave. Isn't he on Hannibal?
Barba?
Yeah.
Fans, please comment. Somebody.
What's the actor's name?
What's the actor's name?
Raul something. I don't remember his last name.
Okay.
Esparza, maybe? Nope. Raul Barba is maybe his name. I don't remember. Oh my goodness. We can't lose him. And I want to know if he's a Spanish dandy or not.
Yes, he's on Hannibal, but I can't say anything because of spoilers.
Okay.
That's not.
All right.
All right, so there's still a chance you can stay then for us.
Anyway.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get sidetracked.
No, that was the most interesting part of this episode.
The dandy comment?
The Spanish dandy. And that he responds in something in Spanish. He was like, well then, let me give you some Spanish. And I was like, I don't know what this means.
That's all I got. That's the only Spanish I know.
Okay. That's all I got. Anywho, there are some other things that Patton said multiple times, stuff about other women. Like, he made it clear that that this wasn't new, that what happened to Reese and what happened to Rollins wasn't new. He said something. He said that girl got what she wanted just like Rollins did. And then later he said something like you can't, like, who are you talking about? Her, Rollins, the other ones? What? There were other ones? How come no one's thinking to look those up?
Mm-hmm. Well, just like Rollins, they're not going to speak up because he's high in command. Yeah, and he even said that he will retire soon.
Yeah.
That was the whole discussion at the table.
Right.
Like, well, he's going to retire next year, so we'll just, or in 2 years, we'll just cut it in half and he'll retire next year.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Spanish dandy. Anyway. So Rollins goes in to prep for trial and admits to Barba that she was raped. This was the biggest moment of the episode, and it was kind of unnecessary.
She admitted?
She said it. She told the story, and then at the end said, he raped me. Or I was raped, or whatever it was.
As it says in the preview.
Yeah.
One teardrop.
Yeah. And then, they can't even use her testimony.
Yeah, that was kind of...
I mean, it made sense. She was in the courtroom the whole time, and she heard she heard Reese testify what happened, so she can't...
I think that part with Reese describing her situation and then it cuts to Rollins, I think that was probably very interesting to see her reaction and how she was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, you witness it all happen, unfold for Rollins.
Yeah.
But I didn't like how they wasted our time because obviously she's not going to be able to testify.
Yeah.
Not only because of the time, like, distance or whatever, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So it was just like, hey, we need to add another 10 minutes. Let's,
No, it was we need to let everyone know what happened for sure.
Let's have a monologue.
It was, I mean, a lot of people have been talking about how it seems like this season they're prepping Rollins to be the new Benson, and that, Mariska won a lot of awards for performances and had a lot of really in-depth, meaty, emotional scenes.
There's no comparison to this one.
No, but they're trying to get her to that place as well because, Benson is now the sergeant. She's now in charge.
Yeah, but that's comparing actresses. No, like, this actress that plays Rollins is not as strong as Marisha is. So what are you going to do?
I think she could be if they wrote better stuff. I don't want to say that the writing is bad. I want to say that this episode was weak.
We've had better.
Yes. Who hasn't? All right, so the episode ends with Patton having a panic attack, and then...
I liked how they shot that, too. Instead of just showing him there, like, freaking out, you could see from his POV of, like, the...
Yes. Yeah. That was interesting as well.
That was something different. I was like, okay. So it's not exactly the same as, textbook, but...
Yeah. He mistakenly reveals that there were others. He has flaws in his key story. He has the panic attack, and then he takes a deal.
The wife.
Yeah, okay.
That was another thing that kind of bothered me with this episode. Was like, she's just a stereotypical wife. I back my man. He ain't do nothing.
I don't know what that was. Okay. So here's the thing. I have a note about that.
She talked like that too, okay?
Sure. So that conversation between her and Rollins was so weird. It was so backhanded.
Like a three-way or something.
It was
you didn't get that vibe?
No.
Oh.
It was like a backhanded compliment or a backhanded statement conversation. It was, oh, you look great for someone who's been in your situation. Oh, thank you. You also look great for someone dealing with all this crap. Like,
you look great as a liar. Is basically what she was saying.
That conversation was awkward.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of questions that have come out from this episode that I would like to talk about. But first, first, I want to take a moment to thank our fans. A lot of you were tweeting at us and commenting. You guys are so good to us. Since the last time we were here, telling us how much you missed us, and we missed you too. So, hi, welcome back. We missed you.
Happy 2015.
Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in and streaming and downloading it. Anybody live watching on the chat roll on YouTube, that's amazing. We are so happy you're here.
I'm super happy, but I just can't hang out with you guys. I'm sorry.
She's not allowed to hang out with you guys right now.
Sorry.
She's busy hosting a show. I think there's a riot. But so
Hashtag save Roya.
Okay, so we clearly love this show so much. We're having in-depth conversations about who's a Spanish dandy and who isn't. And we ask you guys to do one very simple thing for us. Go onto iTunes, rate and review us. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. If you like us, give us 5 stars. If you don't, what are you doing here? Give us 4 stars. We'll take it. And leave a comment. Let us know what we can be doing better. Who you think is a Spanish dandy? I really like that term, and I feel like it's offensive.
I think it might be. Yeah, you might want to
stop saying it. I thought it was so great. It was funny. Anyway, thank you guys. All right, let's talk about my questions.
Okay.
Carisi has been in the opening credits since his 3rd episode. Mm-hmm. We haven't seen him in months.
He's on vacation. He's got a rose mustache.
He's brand new. He doesn't have vacation days. Where is he? I don't know.
I think his mother called him over. That's why. So he's in New Jersey right now.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Wrong. That is incorrect.
Incorrect?
Man, these sound effects are great. That was incorrect.
Damn it.
Okay. Do you think our eyebrows are going to stick around now that Covert Affairs is canceled?
Well, let's see. His schedule will be open.
Yeah.
I'm going to say he's going to be on for another season, but for the same amount, same episode number that we had. So, every so often.
So you think we'll have him in...
He's not going to be in the opening credits.
No. Okay. Okay.
Maybe next year? No, I don't think so. I think he's going to be one of those, special guests.
I think we'll see him a few more times this year.
Benson. That's what he's going to do.
What? This became a sitcom? You're weird. I think we're going to see him a few more times this year. And I don't think we'll see him again next year. I think that's
You think he's done after this?
Yeah, I think.
Why are you opposite of me? Okay.
I don't
Carisi is hanging out with a giriffe, chilling with the unicorns.
Shh, with his mustache.
Yes, his mustache grew back.
Oh, I thought it was just there. His mustache is just there.
The unicorn has a power to grow his mustache.
Okay.
Anyways, back to the show.
Yeah.
Or your questions. Any other questions?
My other question was, why is it called Forgiving Rollins? And I still stand by that statement. I don't think that.
I think it's Atlanta forgiving her. Sorry.
I feel like she should forgive
the department.
She needs to forgive them. They aren't mad at her.
But they are mad at her. Why did that one guy roll up in his car and be like, "Hey, you need to not do this"? And then she kicks him in the crotch. Which, by the way, I even question, can she do that?
Yeah. I mean,
She charged him, though, and kicked him and walked off. I know she's a cop. She knows the rules.
But also, he kind of was harassing her on the street. Okay. And she was defending herself. If we're going to talk about laws that I think people are ignoring on the show, I want to talk about this.
For this episode?
Yes.
Okay.
Specifically this episode, the plot of the alleged rape was that she was drunk and invited him into her room because she thought that his key, whatever. And then he says it was consensual. She says it was rape. She was drunk. She was still drunk the next morning. You cannot legally consent when you're intoxicated. How has no one been why do we even bother with the rest of the facts? We have this on our side.
Isn't it because she did a rape kit?
Yeah.
And it tested positive?
Yeah. Okay. And she was drunk in the morning, so she was incredibly intoxicated.
So you're saying they should have waited till they probably gave her some IV?
No. I'm not. I'm saying that their case, which was a he said, she said, was irrelevant because she couldn't have consented anyway because she was drunk.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah. You can't consent when you're drunk.
Oh. Got it.
You can't consent under the influence. You are not able to consent. Therefore, write that down. This case could have been done so they didn't even need testimony. She was drunk. How come?
Well, because he has to have a trial.
Whatever. Yeah. they could have taken that is what they would have charged
We
him
wouldn't
with.
have had this episode without that, okay, Yael? That's the real truth.
Okay. I'm just
We
saying.
needed 55 minutes.
Listen, Barba.
50.
Read a law book. Come on. Google it. If she's drunk, can she consent? No. Done. It was rape. Well, she was drunk.
I don't have a pen.
Yes.
Do a pen drop.
Pen drop. Okay.
Try not to get in your screen.
Thanks. I did it. Okay.
Boop.
Those are my questions.
Okay.
All right. I think it's time for some news. There it is.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Okay. So, guys, I'm gonna. Okay.
3 times. You can't do it just 2 times. You have to do it one more time. Oh, the anticipation of when it's going to happen.
News. Nope. Okay. So, I don't have a Cosby.
There it is.
Jerk. I don't have a Cosby update because so much has happened since we last talked to you guys.
Yeah.
There's so much going on with Cosby. I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
Are you going to talk about Golden Globes?
That they made the jokes.
Yes, they're acknowledging it.
Of course they're acknowledging it. They said they were going to make the jokes. They made the jokes. Great.
Good.
Yeah.
You put. I'm not going to even go there.
No, we're not going to do it. Stop it. Okay. But I do have other real SVU news.
Okay. Like Law and Order, SVU, NBC?
No, like
Okay.
real.
Like poor victims. Okay.
Yeah, like real
Should I pull
people.
up the hotline?
No, this is fine. Okay. 2 teens in Florida, 2 teenagers started trafficking other teenagers at the local high schools and made a prostitution ring. These 2 teenagers were like, you know what we can do is turn out these other girls at the other high school and make them hookers, and we make the money.
Huh.
There is a movie, very similar plot, called The Babysitters, and it is available on Netflix, and I've seen it, and you should too if you find this
The
interesting.
Adventures of Babysitting?
The Babysitters. Okay. Nope, it was a dark drama with Cynthia Nixon and John Leguizamo.
Huh.
Okay.
I'm writing that down.
Yeah, The Babysitters, available on Netflix. Yeah, I've seen it like 15 times. But these teenagers started a prostitution ring in high school. Anyway, a registered sex offender in Oregon was arrested for downloading child pornography in a Starbucks using the Starbucks Wi-Fi, and he was arrested by the same police officers who arrested him to begin with that made him a registered sex offender. This happened in Oregon.
So he didn't learn his lesson.
No, he was...
He's like, what's not on my Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
No one can catch me.
I'm at Starbucks. Okay.
That's by a school.
And I have another story, which is really upsetting. A sex offender won the lottery in...
oh, God, it's not the old man and the woman, is it?
No, it was a man who won the lottery. I don't remember. I want to say it was Florida, but I don't remember what state it's in. And in that state, it is legal for convicted felons to play the lottery and win. But there was no statute of limitations in that state on victims that are under 16. So they're suing for his winnings.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy story.
Wait, so if you win the lottery and you're a convicted felon or anything like that, you can't have it? Because that would suck.
So I believe in...
I mean, not from... I'm not...
No,
like,
in a lot of states, I think that if you are a felon, you cannot play the lottery. You can't buy a ticket.
Oh, can you imagine? You're like, you know what? I'm not going to win, but I just want that feeling of that paper in your hand, that excitement, and you look, you're like, no. Second one, yes. No, I got all of them. I can't win. That would suck.
Yeah, you hand it to someone else, they get the money for you. I don't see what the problem is.
Oh, you've thought this through?
No, anyway. Okay, so...
Anyways, I think you have to have proof of purchase or something.
No, you have to have the ticket. Girl, do you not play the lottery?
Nope.
Okay.
I like
Me
scratchers.
neither. Anyway, that's my real SVU news. But also, BuzzFeed had 2 cool things that I'm going to tweet out for people. There is an ultimate SVU drinking game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're going to include me in that tweet, right?
Oh, yeah.
But you told me... Never mind.
Okay. Let me read to you some of the things on this.
Okay, I got a tweet, by the way, to explain what Spanish dandy is, if you want to read that from Manuel.
I broke it.
You broke my phone.
I broke it. Please pull it up.
Okay.
Read it to me.
All right.
And who is it from?
Emmanuel Dominguez.
Oh, hey.
It means Spanish dandy means Spanish fine. So in terms, he's a fine-looking man. And I like the Rocco's Modern Life icon. I'm just going to throw it out there for Twitter. So
Yeah. He is a fine-looking man. Wait,
He wears pink a lot.
He looked so good in pink? You think Patton was hitting on him? I can't get this to load right now for the drinking game. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
But I think it's something like every time they say, there's definitely something about Hudson University. So I think it's when you watch a marathon, like
You do realize you're encouraging people to drink, right?
Of course. While watching SVU? Heck yeah. Watching a USA Network marathon of SVU? I want to play this drinking game.
But now remember, when you're drunk,
you can't consent.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
There.
All right. And also, BuzzFeed has a Which SVU ADA Are You quiz.
Oh, which one are you?
I didn't take it yet.
Why not?
Because I was waiting to share it with everybody else. So I'm going to take it, share it with the world.
Cool.
That is the SVU news, and I think it's time to head into prediction.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
The lights are going crazy in here, like more so than usual.
Too bad we don't have that echoing voice.
Yeah.
To have that would be great.
All right, it looks like next week the trailer shows we have a 15-year-old victim who was raped and is left murdered in a suitcase in the middle of the street. And the suspect is a movie star who claims that he was set up and he seems untouchable. And then the promo goes, a twist you have to see to believe, which, yeah, so far this season, all the twists have been like, and it's that.
Yep. You look to the left, you look to the nope, still in the center.
Yeah.
He's there.
Okay.
So this takes a whole new meaning out of being like, hey, I'm gonna go in your suitcase when you travel. I'm gonna come with you.
Roya.
Different meaning now. Think twice about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the way you want to say about this? You're crazy. Crazy kid.
Yeah, I don't have any prediction about that. I just
it's gonna be the second person they question.
it's a twin.
Ooh. All right. Sure.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
the celebrity was raped.
No, the celebrity's the suspect.
He was raped.
Okay.
I'm just throwing that out there. There's
Good.
a lot of famous
Yeah.
quote unquote people in this one, like in the news of. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, Roya, tell the people where they can find you online.
I won't be in a suitcase, that's for sure.
Yep. You'll
That's
be
not a good idea
online.
anymore. Yes, I will be online. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at HeyRoya. That's HeyRoya. Yo, where can the people find you?
The people can find me as far away from the suitcase as possible on a computer at Yael TV. That's YAEL.tv. Also here at AfterBuzz on a whole bunch of other shows, including Switched at Birth, Constantine Grimm, The Librarians, so many shows. Also Twitter, Instagram.
Librarians.
Yeah, librarians. Also Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Google Plus, and some more things. Oh, I just launched a new YouTube show.
High five.
So check it out at Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. And we will see you next week for more SVU. See you guys.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Dun, dun.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.